Times Now, a premier English news channel of India, telecasts a program on Lohit Youth Libraries on Sunday 30th December 2012 at 8:30 p.m. under its regular featured program styled India on the Rise, showcasing individuals who are incredible, talented, committed, unstoppable, bringing the real change, amazing Indians. It is a great honor to all reader activists and volunteers to the Lohit Youth Library movement. It is also a national acknowledgement of the silent efforts of Sri Satyanarayanji, Coordinator Vivekananda Trust, Wakro, who has been spearheading the library movement so silently in Lohit district of the remote Himalayan tribal state of Arunachal Pradesh.
It's a typical sunny morning in the hills of Wakro, Arunachal Pradesh. The children of the village have gathered to hear one of their favorite stories.
Your brother will be joining in the business one day. Ignoring Matilda.
With rapt attention, they hear the tale of Roald Dahl's Matilda, whose genius is discovered by her wonderful teacher, Miss Jennifer.
That's because you are ignorant little twit.
The story is narrated by their real-life teacher, Satyanarayan Mundayu, formerly known as Uncle Moosa. Uncle Moosa is a one-man army, pivotal in setting up as many as 13 libraries in the remote villages of the region.
He came into contact with the Arunachali youth around 1979, when it struck me that the children in most of the places had very little of exposure to reading material. And this was a very important way of improving their learning. And during my years of close association with the young students, it became very, very clear to me that unless there is a positive way of introducing a better environment for reading, there will not be educational advancement for these young people.
From Roald Dahl to Rustin Bond to Dickens, the libraries are well stocked, catering to children of all age groups.
Apne Library, which was started in 2008, has today around 3,000 books, and the headquarters library, the Bambusa Library, has around 5,000. We have all sorts of books. Mainly for the toddlers, we have very touch and feel books, and then we have very interesting stories for the slightly elder group, and there are very funny poetry books for the slightly elder. There were very interesting fantasy books like Roald Dahl and other poetry books by a variety of authors made the collection very, very interesting to the young people.
Satyanarayan's journey as a teacher began after he quit his government job in the income tax department. The start was humble. He bought and selected books, traveling to remote villages with a trunk of books which he could exhibit.
Since there was no way to set up libraries in the early years in most of the villages, the only way possible was to conduct mini book exhibitions in such places by arranging small interaction programs in various places. So that was possible only by carrying a trunkload of books, and by whatever means available, we used to go to different villages, especially in Dibang Valley and Doge.
His aim was to branch out from the confines of formal education, letting the books open up a whole new world of possibilities.
There was negative pressure, yes, but in a library environment, when they do activities together, it is a positive pressure. You must become better than what you are. So under that spirit of healthy competition, the children strive to become, and this will be a very good diversion from negative influences out in the community. I am sure that a library which is able to guide the young people will be a very powerful tool in bringing solutions to a large number of problems which Arunachal is facing now.
अंकल मूसा हम उन्हें दिखाने के लिए अंकल हम उन्हें समझते हैं क्योंकि मैं सही कहूँ तो मुझे मतलब ये अंकल मूसा हमारे एक्चुअल जो अंकल चाचा जी बोलते उनसे भी बड़े अंकल हैं, क्योंकि उनका अपनापन जो कि एकदम रियल है, वो मुझे ही नहीं, मैं आप जिससे पूछेंगे हमारे लाइब्रेरी में आने वाले या बल्कि बाजार में जो भी उनसे एक बार बात कर ले, उनसे हमेशा बात करना चाहते हैं क्योंकि उनका मतलब द वे ही टॉक, वो इतने अच्छे से बात करते हैं, वो मोटिवेट करते हैं हमें।
In 2006, in collaboration with the Association of Writers and Illustrators for Children, he set up the first library in the town of Tezu. Today, 13 such libraries can be found in remote places like Wako, Chongkham, Anjou and Lahau.
Instead of setting up a single library in Tezu, the Lohit district headquarters, we split up the library into a network of small units, around 8 or 9, which were to be locally managed by volunteers out of their own interest, out of their own energies and resources. English, Hindi, and if sometimes I may get a chance to read the books which are of different language and converted into English or Hindi. So our speaking skills, our writing skills also improve, which is a better thing for our future.
We open our library from 3 to 6. On Sunday we do cleaning, and we also teach the youngers how to turn the pages, where to keep the books, and also to read.
Apart from fostering a love of reading, these libraries also encourage children to participate in other group activities.
Library is not only a place of entertainment, it's also a place of education, but in a very joyful action. Initially very timid for the children to speak alone, but when in a group, when they do a skit, a small play, with very ordinary dress, we don't have to have special arrangement or anything, no makeup necessary, but just to bring out their hidden talents of creativity, we can have small skits where small stories are told. Then from stories we took them to the biography, inspiring lives who can make an impact on their growth and development.
Uncle Moosa has been lovingly planting the seeds of learning in the minds of hundreds of children for almost 32 years now. A thoughtful teacher with a visionary aim.